Welcome to Tech Hub Academy. Today we are going to learn about HTML elements. By understanding these elements, you will be able to structure content on a web page and know how browsers read your code. What is an HTML element? An HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. An opening tag which tells the browser the type of content. The content, where the actual text or information is put. A closing tag which tells the browser that the element has ended. The browser reads these tags to know how to display information on a web page. Most HTML elements follow this pattern, but some special ones do not have closing tags. We will see them later. Classification of HTML elements. There are three main categories of HTML elements. Block-level elements. These elements typically start on a new line. They take up the full width of the page from left to right and are used to structure major sections of a web page. The div, p, h1, header, and footer elements are some of the examples of block-level elements. In simple terms, a block-level element is like a paragraph in a book. It always starts on a new line. Inline elements. These elements do not start on a new line. They only take up the space needed for their content and are used to style or mark text inside blocks. The strong M, B, and I elements are some of the examples of inline elements. In simple terms, inline elements are like words inside a sentence. Empty elements. These elements do not have a closing tag and cannot contain content inside them. They help to insert a line break or display an image. The BR, also known as line break, the IMG, also known as image, and the input elements are some examples of empty elements. Examples of HTML elements. This table shows some common HTML elements that you will use almost every time you write code. The H1 element for headings, P element for paragraphs, and BR element for line breaks. When all elements are combined together, they help create a complete web page layout. The more you practice using elements, the more natural web development will feel. Let's write some code on examples of each of the classifications of HTML elements. Go to your desktop and open Visual Studio Code. In the top left corner, click File, select Folder. Look for the Learning Coding folder in your desktop. Click it once, then select Folder. By doing this, you will have opened the folder in Visual Studio Code. Remember, we created a subfolder called Learning HTML, so click it to make the arrow on the left face down so that the HTML file we create is saved in it. To create a file, click the New File icon, and let's name it elements.html, then enter. Keep in mind that HTML file names must be in small letters. This space here is where we write our code. So let's first begin by creating a comment. To create a comment, press the Control key plus the question mark key. Type in block-level elements. Make your cursor get out of the comment by clicking the space, then enter. We will start with the heading elements, which start from H1 to H6. To create a left angle bracket, press the Shift key plus the left angle key on your keyboard. Type H1, then close with a right angle bracket. The good thing about Visual Studio Code is that it writes for you the closing tag, so you do not need to worry about typing it in. For our content, let's type in my first heading. Therefore, this whole line of code is what we call a block-level element. Let's try viewing our code on a browser. First, save your work by pressing the Control key and the S key. Open File Explorer. Then go to Desktop. Open the coding folder, then the HTML folder. Right-click on the Elements file, open with, then choose any browser of your choice. H1 is the largest element, as you can see. Let's create another comment. type in inline elements. Remember, inline elements do not start on a new line. We will start by creating a P element. For the content, let me put "this is A." Right after the letter A, add a space. Open angle brackets, type in strong, then close angle brackets. In the strong element, type in paragraph. Therefore, from the strong opening tag to the strong closing tag is what we call an inline element. Let's try viewing our code on a browser. First, save your work. Go to the browser where you opened the Elements file, then click refresh in the top left corner. Here we see that the strong element made the word paragraph bold, making it different and important from the rest of the paragraph. Let's create another comment. Type in empty elements. Remember, empty elements do not have a closing tag and cannot contain any content. We will start by creating a P element. For the content, let me put "below is A." Right after the letter A, add a space. Open angle brackets, type in BR, then close angle brackets. Add a space, then type paragraph. Therefore, the BR tag is what we call an empty element. Let's try viewing our code on a browser. First, save your work. Go to the browser, then click refresh. Here we see that the BR element produced a line break, causing the content that follows it to appear on the next line without starting a new paragraph. Assignment. In block level elements, I want you to continue writing the heading elements from H2 to H6. In inline elements, I want you to use the EM element, which is used to define emphasized text, I element, which displays content in italics, and the B element, which is used to apply a bold font style to text. Take note that the classifications of HTML elements are not necessary, but you should be able to know where an HTML element is grouped in. The more you practice using elements, the more natural coding will feel. Thank you for learning with Tech Hub Academy. Today we learned what HTML elements are, examples, and their importance. Understanding elements is an important step in becoming confident with web development. I encourage you to practice using different elements in your own HTML files so you become more comfortable writing code. If you found this lesson helpful, remember to subscribe, like, and share to support Tech Hub Academy and help others learn too. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Telegram, and WhatsApp for more tutorials, tips, and updates. In our next lesson, we will explore HTML attributes, which allow us to add extra information to elements and control how they look and behave. Thank you once again, and see you next time.